Oh, yeah. I think I'm up. Yup. What's up? Can you hear me? Thumbs up if you can hear me, please. Yep, there's another. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Cool. Thanks. Everybody's over there. Everybody's just wrapping up with Richmond Reefer's giveaway that Billy Pipes won. There you go, Billy. You got that sweet CJ Powerhead. That's a good deal. What salt mix do I use? Yeah, we can do a little questions up front. I use HW Marine. I think it's supposed to be. I don't know what alk it's supposed to be. I think it's 9.3 or something. It tests out at 8.6, somewhere in there, which is real close to what I'm running. If you haven't followed me for a bit, you'll know, or you won't know, that I'm not a big water change guy. I've never been, and just recently I switched to auto water change. So I go through about 4.45 gallons a week auto water change. So it's not a lot, just enough to take the edge off. Which is a little bit like this Pinot Grigio I've been drinking today. Oh, get a titanium heater. I've had too much wine. Stay away from that glass, right? That don't. So we talked about this last week. That Red Sea Coral Pro, and Moki will talk about it. Maybe he could write something in here, but that the alkalinity on that stuff's up over 12, and you have to be super careful with it. So I don't know anything about your tank. Maybe you could post some particulars in here, but jumping feet first into Red Sea Coral Pro. What's up, Daniel? What's up, Carlos? That Fort Bragg, right on. That's risky, so just be careful. So jump over to YouTube, watch my last Boxes and Booze, and we talk salt a little bit. Just be super careful with it, right? Just a suggestion. Yep, Moki knows. You test that fresh salt, that thing's going to test over 12 alk, and you're going to spike your tank, and your tank's going to be pissed. Yeah, see, now you don't want to use Coral Sea Pro. If you're at 10.4 and you're trying to drop, let's say you're chasing 9 be a good number. Just take a look. Google salts, and you'll see what's up. You'll see what I'm talking about. Find one that has the alkalinity, your target alkalinity, and then stick with that. All right, we'll get to it real quick. I am drinking some Early Morning Moon Pinot Grigio from a local winery. And just in case, look, that bottle, Richmond Reefer went live, right? And he was doing his giveaway. That bottle, it started fresh. And this is all that's left because I was watching his. It's good stuff. It does run it. Yeah. I mean, salt. Look, salt. Some folk will say salt is not salt, that there are differences. It may be good salt, but with an alkalinity of 12, it can legit whack a tank. So just be careful. And we'll stop with that. Oh, there's some Moki love going on in here too. Is that this shirt? So shout out to who will never see this. Shout out to Fonzie over at dipyourcar.com. One of my hobbies was a while back was dipping cars. So I dipped two of my cars. Big fan of anthracite gray. So that's what this shirt is. And Fonzie was or it probably still is, an Audi and Porsche guy. So shout out to him. All right. What was I going to talk? I'm going to talk. I'll get back to questions later. What you talking paused? Pause because you're going to go look at dippycar.com and get yourself a couple gallons? That's what I'm talking about. Let's talk ICPs. I lagged. Oh, the video lagged? Or the video paused? Can you see me? Am I moving? Am I talking? Y'all hear me? Yep, I'm back. Let me know if you can't see me. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, we just restarted my clock, right? At 7:39. Everybody's back. What were you going to say about the salt? You probably didn't hear any of that. Be careful with the salt. The alkalinity is 12 point something, 12.4, especially Red Sea Pro. Just be careful with it. Check my YouTube video last week, and you'll see what I'm talking about. We went over it a little bit. Hey y'all, sorry the stream dropped off. Hey Daniel, what's up, Moki? Oh, you didn't get any of that. So this shirt, shout out to Fonzie at dipyourcar.com. That's what this is. That was one of my hobbies back in the day. What's up, Juan? I like dipping cars. That's fun to do. Yeah, just be careful with the salt. What's up, man? Man, we got everybody jumping over. Juan got everybody warmed up. I got a little Juan warmed up while Juan was getting warmed up. All right. First topic. No, not better for, well, I mean, it just depends. If you're going to use that salt, just watch that video. If you're going to use that salt for auto water changes, then it makes sense. Because you would then have to you could reduce your alkalinity and potentially calcium dosing. Just be careful with it. Find a salt that matches the alkalinity you want in your tank and stick with that. That's all. All right, dig it. ICP tests. I'm a big fan of this. I'm a big fan of this for a couple reasons. First, it gives you a nice snapshot of where you are in time, right? It gives you an understanding of what the tank water looked like, not necessarily when you took the sample in your tank, but when it was received and processed at the lab. That's super important to keep in mind. The water that you sample in your tank sits in a big old vial, whatever, and it's shipped to who knows where. Here, LA, Colorado, Germany. I mean, there's a couple destinations. And that the chemistry of that water changes over time. So if it goes overseas, then there's a good chance that the chemistry of the water is going to change. So it's a decent snapshot, right? You get an understanding of what the water looks like when it was received and processed by the lab. Now, we haven't talked about drinking. I'm drinking a little Pinot Grigio. And I got a little Woodford Reserve backup just in case. And I drank all that wine while watching Richmond Reefer's live stream when he gave away the CJ pump to Billy Pipes. It was not rigged. I watched it. So when you take your water sample and you send it off to an ICP to be analyzed, what you're looking for is trending. So you take your first test, cool, you have an understanding where you are, maybe you can adjust dosing accordingly, maybe it's a trace thing you got to worry about, maybe it is silica, I don't know, whatever. you're gonna get some information out of that ICP. Don't knee jerk based on the ICP. Take your time and pay attention to what those numbers are telling you. Maybe you don't do anything. Maybe you give it 3 months and you throw in another ICP just to see how you are trending, good or bad or whatever. I dig a nice chilled PG. I'm just saying. What's up, y'all? Good stream, Jose. You did a good job with that. So you've trended ICP. You get your data back. You understand what it's telling you. You haven't knee-jerked based on the results. Just pay attention to it. Remember that the water chemistry will change dependent upon the time it takes for that sample to be processed. So a couple things worth noting then. This is same week. Not necessarily the most accurate. One time my salinity came back whacked, and my salinity was not bad. I reacted. I didn't do anything with the tank. I went and bought a Hannah checker just to make sure my salinity was cool, but good for trending as far as I'm concerned. I think this thing's worthwhile. It has an app, so there's an app on your phone that you can pay attention to your results. It'll whatever. I mean, go in there, check it out. You can look at past tests related to your current, and you can understand what your results are showing you. Same week. So I send this on a Monday. I get results on a Saturday. That's decent. Triton, big name, right? They're kind of the ones that started this business. Then Unique Corals recently set up their Triton lab, so there's a real good chance that you may see these results same week. I haven't tried it. This is an older box. I don't know if this is going to go back to the motherland or not, like Germany, because that's where this used to go. I see Triton had the best communication where the sample was. I know that. ATI. Now, I kind of dig ATI because there's two, you can feel them. There's 2 vials in there. So what ATI does is first free shipping, I think, on ATI. And then they also test your source water. So if you don't know where your RO water sits, if you're like, maybe it's okay, maybe I need to change my deionizer resin, don't know, this is a good option because they'll test your source water. The other 2, single vial, so you're not going to get that kind of action. So, least expensive and probably quickest. Recently changed to being processed in the U.S. if you are U.S. based. Fatherland. What's up, Lynn? And Merca. And source water. This is going to Germany, so this is going to take a little while. You ain't going to get your results quick. But it gives you free shipping, and it tests water. So up to you. What I would suggest, and if you ain't figured out yet, do all 3, because I think it'll give you information that's relevant and worthwhile. You can compare them. There's a decent comparison out there. I'll have to find it. When I move this over to YouTube, I'll find the comparison. That's something I was going to do, but I didn't have to because somebody else already did it, and they did a really good job. So I'll link that. Questions about ICP? Yep, Triton is in LA at Unique Corals. They need to change their ceiling tiles. I was getting a little picky about that picture. Is that negative? Jim is not drinking the heart. Well, I mean, it's here. If we wanted to roll, we'd get a little Woodford. Woodford's good. If you haven't had Woodford Reserve and you're let me scroll down because I'm a little toasted. If you haven't had Woodford Reserve and you're into bourbon at all, give it a shot because you might dig it. Oh, Lynn's giving me crap. Come on, Lynn. Juan, I know Lynn. She lives close to where I work, and I'll occasionally do drive-bys and drop stuff off to her, and she's very generous, and I get some goodies. She's given me some great corals. But so have you. So there's that. Scrolling up. This is bad radio, ain't it? All right. What the frag? What are you asking me, Juan? What the frag did it, Jim? I don't think I'm reading that wrong. I don't think I'm that funky. Yeah, see? Private barrel. Oh. Oh, is there something else I don't know about, Carlos? Maybe I need to check it out. No questions about ICP. Tried an alternative between the two every 6 months. Yeah, so you know what? I've been doing it. I had a thing, right? I had my bird's nest die. That gigantic bird's nest that I've had forever died. And then the teal one, that also kind of kicked the bucket. Yeah. What the frag? You're right. Thank you. Thanks, Juan. What the frag did the comparison video on the ICP tests. So check that out. ICP doesn't show bacterial colony data. Moki mentioned that there is a company out there that is looking at bacteria, but that would be anaerobic, or no, that'd be aerobic, whatever's floating around the water column, which I really don't care about, I suppose, but maybe I do. But I had that big bird's nest die, the teal one died, and I'm a little concerned that that was bacterial. ICP won't show you that, so it's not going to give you everything that you need to know. I work for a liquor. Well, good for you. That's what I'm talking about. As you can tell, I've had too much Pinot Grigio. Something else I've been playing with. This is the 4-outlet. So if you buy the Profilux Mini Wi-Fi, Triton gave me 2 vials, so in theory I could use the second one. Yeah, you totally could. Did Triton come with 2 vials? Like it showed up with that way? Like you got extra credit? Because that'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, I think that's $100 test. So sweet. Send them a couple samples. I don't know if they're gonna accept it because maybe you need a barcode for each. I'm not sure. You know what? That $100 bacterial test, I might be almost sort of interested in it. Only because I want to know what's floating around in my water column, because I know something is killing my bird's nest. And I'm not slamming, but it absolutely could be vibrant. And I'm a little concerned about that. ATI comes with 3, 1 for Rhodey. Yeah, but there's some backup stuff in there, right? There are 3 in here. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 vials in the ATI. This is an older test. That's power strip. Moki throwing out some nerd. Okay, look. Let's get to this because I don't know how much time I have left, and I absolutely did not start my timer. This is what's up. See this? If you buy the Profilux Mini Wi-Fi, and you need a little controller action, right? If you don't need it just to be a monitor. By the way, Bulk Reef Supply is having a sale. Go buy their dual junction pH probe, and you plug it into this thing. Boom, you're done. On sale. Do it. So this thing has temperature and pH. And now, because I have the 4-outlet jobber here, yeah, I'm iffy on vibrant. I'm a little concerned about it. With Bulk Reef Supply, I know I'm jumping around, and my bad. But when Bulk Reef Supply did their vibrant test, there wasn't jack damn it in that tank, right? It was a tank full of algae and funk, and all they did was run that vibrant to see if it would clean up the tank. And it absolutely did. But I don't know what else it did to the tank. Long time ago, I overdosed vibrant. I thought it was me, but maybe it wasn't. And it started killing things. And I used ChemiClean to reverse that process. Totally might be placebo. I don't know. But I know things stopped dying. One of them was a chalice that I really, really like. And it's, again, a little challenged right now, today. So, don't know. I'm throwing ChemiClean in the tank. I'm hoping for the best. Okay, three tank tile, yeah. I know 3 weeks for the result is cool. Back to ATI. But 5 days. 5 days with this, especially if you got something going on you don't know about it, 5 days with this is pretty decent. Somebody who knows how fast Unique Corals is turning around their Triton, I'd like to know that. All right, there's a whole bunch of vibrant, so I see it there. Just be careful with it. Yeah, see, Richmond Reefer, yeah, running vibrant, problem free. It's system dependent, I think. Yeah, I think it really is, and I was talking about it earlier this week, or earlier today, actually. I think it's system dependent. All right. I've been screwing this up. I've been jumping around. This is crazy. I've been drinking too much. If you want a simple, this is it. So what I've done is I've talked Moki into letting me install this on his 135. Couple reasons. He'll be able to control, and he'll be able to monitor. I'm bumping the mic. He'll be able to monitor with this. And I think it's going to be a good opportunity for him to test something that he doesn't normally use. The last controller he used was the eCoral Pro that I have downstairs in the basement right now. So this will be a little different, a little simpler. He can monitor on his phone. I can monitor on my phone, maybe, if he lets me. We'll see. And we'll see how it goes from there. I played with this earlier. Super simple to operate. Super simple to set up. I know we talked about controllers last week. The Bulk Reef Supply Apex EL versus the Profilux Mini Wi-Fi. Not sponsored. I totally bought this. Something worth checking out if you need both monitoring and now control. How long have I been on? 39, 57, 20 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, Vibrant does work. Vibrant totally takes care of bubble algae, but man, it's risky for me. And maybe it's because I'm dosing calc, I'm dosing 2-part, I'm dosing Red Sea colors, I'm running out of fingers, I'm dosing strontium and lanthanum chloride. So maybe somewhere, and replenish and NOPOX. So maybe there's a little bit of stuff getting dosed. Maybe somewhere in there it creates an unfavorable environment for vibrant, and maybe that bacteria takes off and it takes over other bacteria. I don't know, but what I can tell you is I have some cyano popping up in my tank right now. If you watch my video, the one I posted today of the tenuous. So there's a green tenuous, there's a Disney, and then there is also the cherry bomb. If you watch that video, you'll absolutely see some cyanobacteria on the rocks. Carlos, you need to check out GHL, trust me. It's good stuff. Doesn't break. Just keeps running. So far, I've had a good experience. No lie. Oh, you know what? I got one more thing. I think we got time. Anybody want to know the one more thing? While I finish up my PG, look, this bottle that was full when I started. I blame Richmond Reefer. Yeah, I've used Chemiclean. I used Chemiclean after a bad vibrant before. I totally support Chemiclean. Use it when you see cyano. You can cheat on Apex. They won't care. Because I'm running Apex, GHL, and eCoral. So you can kind of roll all, just so you know. What the hell was I talking about? Ideal alk range. That one is up to your system. That's dependent upon your corals. Your corals will thrive anywhere from 5.5, 6, all the way up to 10. It's just don't look for, I mean, you can target 9, that's fine. But consistency, stability is what matters more than the specific number. You can try it, Carlos. Nobody will tell. You just give it a try. You get you one of these little minis, little side controller. You know what I'm saying? One more thing. That's what I was talking about. The last time. Oh, you know what? The reef tank, the work tank. The work tank kind of counts, right? The work tank actually really counts because that's no test, dosing, all for reef. I have no idea what any of the parameters are. I just let her go, and my coworkers feed. My coworkers clean the tank, and it's freaking awesome. They just sit there and watch the tank. I sit there and watch the tank. I think it's pretty awesome. Lynn, you don't need a big raise to buy a Profilux Mini Wi-Fi. I'm just saying, you should probably give it a shot. Juan, you troublemaker. I am going to set up a pico. This is a Spec 3 with the Pixie 30 that I unboxed last week. And I'm kind of psyched to set this up. I may actually make this a wee little baby SPS tank. I have some Seachem Matrix chilling in a bag in my sump, sucking up. Yeah, new tank, Moki. Can you believe it? I got that Seachem Matrix in my sump, sucking up all that goodness that's going on in there. I'm gonna drop it in the back of this thing, and you see the. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I bumped the mic. But you see the angle of the dangle there is a little off, so I have to modify the mount a little bit. I'll take it into work and cut it and re-tap it and make it a little better. But I've had this in the garage for a while. I got it cheap, and I am psyched to roll Pico. So we'll see how it goes. I also have an ATO already. Everything I need I have out in the garage, so we'll see what happens. I think you should give away that knife, Jose. I'm just saying. Was hoping for a 93-gallon. You know what, dude? Me too. I would. You know what? It would be pretty sweet to be able to replace that 45 for 40 and turn it into something bigger. That'd be awesome. But I'm excited to play with this little tank and this little Pixie. What am I missing? You need Xenia. I have Xenia. Who needs Xenia? If anybody wants pulsing Xenia, I got some. Who did I get that from? Did I get that from Juan? I think I did. It wasn't Ben's. It wasn't Mighty Nano Tanks. I think it was Juan's. DMV Reefers. All right, did I miss anything good? I totally missed something good. I know I did. I was thinking about using Fret's Red Box, but they're out because 10 to 20. I don't want to. No, you know what? Back to salt. find the salt that matches your alkalinity, your target alkalinity, and just stick with it. You should go to the swap, Richmond Reefer, and you should buy your wife something nice and just go. I'm sorry if you just got a big nasal exhale. You're asking again, I see. I think that's it. So I drank a bunch of wine. I didn't open the Woodford Reserve. I'm gonna do a quick how to set up. You gonna sell me that doser, Jose? How to set up this thing, this Profilux Mini Wi-Fi. I'll do a quick video on that. I was thinking return pump, power heads, and heater, and then we got one spare outlet, right? Which I think you should buy her some Pinot Grigio because we're not working with me. Stop it, Juan. Fruit, Lynn. How about corals? Thoughts on the Reef Bot? I think the Reef Bot is a sweet alone in its category, but I haven't used it. I've seen it, but I haven't used it. I think there's a couple people out there using that thing, and it goes pretty well. You got to get the Versa. Why you get? Oh, you do. Hurry up. What are you waiting for? If you're gonna have to shell out some more money if you get the Versa and you sell me that GHL. Yeah, is it Reef Dudes? He has Reef. I know he has the. What else did he have? Whatever. He's got a couple. You know what? He gets all the good stuff. That verse is pretty. Look, a whole bunch of us. Mogi was there. Who was there? Juan was there. No one's. Yeah, Juan was there because I drove him. Billy Pipes was there. A whole bunch of people were at Ecotech when we took that tour. That Budget Aquatics set up for us. Alex took care of us. Yeah, Alcatronic. Thank you. You haven't been drinking. I have. And we held that Versa, that pre-production Versa, and that thing was freaking beautiful. It was well made. You know, it's not a dual lobe peristaltic. Peristaltic, yeah, that's how you say it. It's not a dual lobe, but it's a single lobe, but it's accurate enough. In pharmaceutical, we use dual lobes, so there's like 6 rollers to keep that dose constant. I would love to see a hobby grade aquarium doser with 6 rollers. Then it'd be sub 0.25 mil dose. I don't know that we need that, but whatever. You know what, Jose? They took care of you, dude, and there is no doubting that. Those guys took care of you. They gave us a great tour. They're doing all right. I would really like to have the blue, the Gen 4 blue. I think that would be, is that right? Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5 blue. Oh, I'm slipping. I think that'd be pretty sweet. When's that come out? Tomorrow? Maybe I'll get in line. XP Aqua. I think that's Mogi. Mogi. No. I don't have any experience with XP Aqua Flexi. What's that? Sorry. I'd have to jump off this tab. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? Prices. Real quick. 32. This is all Amazon pricing, and you can get it at different prices based on how many you order. 33.21, 49, 44.95 and free shipping. should have talked about that earlier. Yeah, Gen 5 blue. That's where I'm at, Jose. That's the one I want. I think that would be pretty sweet sitting on top of the display. Sorry, scrolling. XP Aqua. Juan, you called me Jum. Daniel's back. Jose, I can't say that word, bro. My bad. Yeah. Duetto. Uh-oh, the missus joined. What's up, Mrs. Telegram? Mogi just gave you a wave. I agree, Carlos. Gen 5 Blue, I think that is a sweet light, and I would absolutely like to get in line with that thing. Mrs. Telegram, did you join because it is time to go watch Glee? Is that what's happening? Is the boy bugging you? And if you hadn't noticed, Mogi's mind is blown and he gave you a wave. All right, I think that's it. So we talked about my Pinot Grigio that the missus got me. We talked about all 3 ICPs. And I really think you can't go wrong. This is the quickest. This may be the quickest now. I don't know. This takes forever, but it checks your source water. We talked about the Mini. We talked about the Control. This is pretty sweet. I'm looking forward to playing with. Hey, Richard's on. What's up, dude? And we talked about the Pico that we're going to play with, which is pretty exciting. Later, Jose. Later, Carlos. This is going to be interesting to watch back, isn't it? All right, y'all. I will. I appreciate the nod. I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate the comments. I'm going to scroll through that later. If I missed anything good, I will absolutely reply to you. Please DM me if there's something I missed that you would like me to, the Coral Connoisseur that just joined. If you would like me to address, hit me up. I'd be happy to talk about it. I suppose that's it. Happy reefing and be kind, everyone. Thanks. I'll put it up on YouTube for you, Richard. You can watch it later.